I'm Adam Harry with
JR.
And we're from Bulls, and we're back with another quick Bulls unboxing.
Woo!
Today we're looking at the new Asetuk Gunship expansion pack for X-Wing. Pretty cool. This is actually a Wookiee ship. A Wookiee gunship.
Excellent.
Yeah, you know what that means when you're playing them.
You gotta make the Wookiee noise.
You gotta make, oh no, you gotta let the Wookiee win.
Oh yeah, otherwise they'll rip your arms off.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm going to make a perfect Wookiee noise. Adam, just paste in the sound of Chewbacca right here. Yeah.
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 Oh, was that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's close.
I don't know.
Just make me look good is what I'm
Okay, JR, do your Wookiee noise now.
Roar.
All right, cool. Yeah, that was a good Wookiee noise. Why does it sound like the Death Star explosion? I don't know. I blame the sound editor. All right, let's quit stalling here and take a look inside the new Asetuk Gunship. It is time for the Asetuk Gunship unboxing. Here we go. Dun, dun, dun.
Bump. 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 Bump.
Yeah. All right. There's the dial. Which is interesting. It's actually pretty quick. Goes up
Wow.
to
Yeah,
speed 5.
that's super quick.
Yeah. Not a lot of maneuverability in the faster speeds, but it'll get you where you need to go. That's
Well, I mean,
close.
look at it. It's basically like an arrow that you shoot through space.
Right. You're gonna take a look at those. I'm just gonna pull those out of the box for us, or out of the bag, and then I'm gonna try to get this model out. Here we go. Here we go.
You did it.
Yay, me. All right, here's the ship. The gunship here. It's a pretty unique looking fighter. It is a small ship. We've got the small base, of course. We've got our peg dial, or peg for the dial. Yep. And then the ship itself. This part's always tricky. I'm always paranoid I'm gonna break the ship as it's coming out, but not this time. I have not.
Man, that's cool looking.
All right, it's gonna fall over here. Let me zoom in. Yeah, it is a cool looking ship. I like the paint scheme on it. And again, we say this every time we unbox the X-Wing stuff now, but the FFG's quality for pre-painted miniatures is just phenomenal. Kind of see the top of the ship there. Again, the line work on this is super crisp. Just really well done.
Yeah, I can't believe how well they've done the cockpit on that.
Yeah, like there's not a lot of bleed over in the paints, which is super impressive. Like the paint's going where it needs to go. There's the bottom of the ship. And again, this is more like a gunboat, so it's supposed to like fly in, drop troops off, and fly out, or like there's a little exit pod bay exit for the ship for the troopers there. And then it's also a gunboat, so you have a lot of guns on it. So cool stuff. That's the ship in a nutshell. So let's go ahead and pause real fast, and we'll take a look at those upgrade cards. Here are the 6 upgrade cards that are included with the Asetuk Gunship. Wookiee Commando, Tactician, Breed Specialist, Hull Upgrade, Selflessness, and Intimidation. Let's start with the Wookiee Commandos, because those are actually, this is actually new cards. So this is Rebel only. When attacking, you may reroll your focus results. It's pretty interesting. If you actually look at one of the pilots, this ship still has a focus. I mean, pretty common. So, yeah. What's cool about that is, I guess if you didn't want to spend your focus or use your focus action, instead of focusing, you can use the reinforce action, which is new on the ship. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if I like that, to be perfectly honest.
Right?
Wookiee Command. It's 1 point. It takes up 2 crew slots. This is the big thing. So, yeah, it could be useful if you don't have a way to generate a lot of focus, or you need your focus for other things. So,
or you could spend your crew slots on upgrades like the Breed Specialist and the Tactician.
Right. Tactician is new, or not new. It's limited though. It's been around for a couple of packs at this point. After you perform an attack against a ship inside your firing arc at range 2, that ship receives 1 stress token. Again, if you're looking for a stress build, always handy. Breed Specialist. When you're dealt a face-up damage card, you may spend 1 reinforced token to flip it face down without receiving its effect. If you do until the end of your round, when you are dealt a face-up damage card, flip it face down without resolving the effect. So basically, if you have a reinforced token, which is it's not new to the game because you could do it for the epic scale ships, but
Sure.
it's new for a smaller ship basically. But that lets you not take face-up damage, which is important because this ship has a lot of hull, and not a ton of shields. Speaking of big hull, hull upgrade is also included here. Hull upgrade is one of those cards that you just don't use very often, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's just not the most exciting thing. I mean,
Yeah.
having more hull is always nice, and,
Yeah.
and this ship, as you saw, comes with 6 hull base. But
Yeah, the hull upgrade card. If you're taking hull damage at that point, you're probably taking face-up damage as a possibility. So that people prefer shields over hull. I don't know. For 3 points, there's a lot of other modifications I'd rather have on my ship than the hull upgrade. So that's the problem with that one. Selflessness, JR, if you want to read that one, this is a unique ability.
So when a friendly ship is at range 1 and hit by an attack, you may discard this card to suffer all of the uncancelled hit results instead of the target ship.
Yeah,
So
this
basically-
ship flies in the way.
Yeah.
So it's basically, if you're a rebel player and you like running wedge, or not wedge, Biggs, who has to be targeted first. If you want more ships that can take hits instead, you can take Selflessness, which is could be pretty handy for 1 point. It isn't an elite pilot talent, so it does require that. So keep that in mind. And then last but not least, we have Intimidation.
Which is whenever you're touching an enemy ship, you reduce that ship's agility value by 1.
Yeah. So this ship is all about getting in your face if you have the Intimidation on there. Yeah. But that's it for the upgrades for now. Let's go ahead and take a look at those pilots.
All right.
Here are the punch outs as well as the ship cards. You do get these new new for the ship, reinforced tokens, which we'll go over here in a second. There's the dial, which we saw the movement already, and then of course the double-sided.
The double-sided pilots. And,
Yep.
and all that.
Effects, status effects. So starting over here, the Kashyyyk Defender, which is your basic ship, pilot skill 1 for the gunship here. It's a 3-attack primary, agility 1, 6 hull, 3 shields. You got the focus and reinforce action and 2 crew slots for 24 points. And while we're at it, let's talk about the reinforce action. When you have a reinforce icon, you can perform that action. When a small or large ship performs reinforce action, choose either the fore, which is the front, or the aft side of a double-sided reinforced token, and place the token with that side face up near the ship near its ship token. When a small or large ship with a reinforced token is defending, resolve the following effects. If you have the foreside or the foresight to equip the fore reinforce, the foreside of the token is face up. If the foreside of the token is face up and the attacker is inside the defender's firing arc, add 1 evade to the result. So when you're flying at somebody,
Cool.
you get extra evade. If you have it set to the aft reinforce, if the aft side of the token is face up and the attacker is not inside the defender's firing arc, add 1 to the evade result. So not too shabby.
Cool.
This effect does not spend the reinforced token. During the end phase, remove all reinforced tokens. So you don't actually spend the token, you just set it where you want it and forget it. So
Cool.
this ship also has the auxiliary firing arc. This card explains the rules for that. Basically, it's got a 180-degree firing arc. You've got the front normal firing arc, as you can see up here, and then the 2 90-degree side arcs, or not 90 degrees, 45 degree.
Right.
It comes up to 180 degree. Basically, if you're in the front of the ship, it's shooting you.
Which is important to keep in mind for the reinforcement tokens thing, because its firing arc is pretty wide.
Well, that's it can get a little weird because those are not its
right. That's
primary
not its primary
firing
firing arc.
So
right.
check the wording when you're playing, just so you don't mess up. Anyway, back to the ship here. We've gone over the basic ship. Next, we have the Wookiee Liberator.
Mm-hmm.
So for 2 more points, you get 2 more pilot skill. You also get access to the elite pilot talent.
Cool.
Not too bad of a trade.
Not too shabby at all.
And he's PS3 versus PS1. So yeah.
And then you've got Loric. who is pilot skill 5.
Yep.
And he has an ability, he also has access to the elite pilot talent.
Nice.
And he has an ability that whenever another friendly ship at range 1 is defending, you can spend 1 reinforce token. If you do, the defender adds 1 evade result.
Which is super handy, because
Yeah.
you can toss those basically extra evade results out. So.
Mm-hmm. And then finally, the most elite of the elite pilots for this ship, you have Wolfwaro.
Let's say it like with a growl, I guess.
Wolfwaro.
I don't know.
No. When attacking, if you have no shields and at least 1 damage card assigned to you, roll 1 additional attack die.
Yeah, which is kind of saucy considering it starts with a 3 dice primary.
Mhm.
If you take some damage, you can bump that up
You
to
can bump that
4.
to 4,
And if you're in range 1, that's a 5th die.
Yeah.
Not counting any other crazy bonuses you could get from having extra people, like, I don't know, Finn, who would add an extra result. I think it's a focus or a flank. Anyway,
You
need to re-roll it, but
Yeah. But you can crew this ship with some pretty spicy crew members.
oh yeah, but it's a pretty solid ship. And again, 6 hull, 3 shields. It's pretty tough.
Mm-hmm.
The ship is pretty tough to deal with. Again, I don't know if you need that extra hull point for 3 squad points. It's kind of a big trade-off, but yeah, it can pack some heat. It's a good support ship, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, especially if you take Lorik, who can toss evade results to whoever needs him.
Right, and it's a little bit faster than, say, like a Y-Wing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you miss out on some turret action, but you get 180 degree arc. You gotta weigh your
Yeah.
costs there.
Yeah, and you get 3 primary attacks, so
Yeah, not too bad.
not too shabby.
Cool. Well, that's pretty much it for this unboxing. I'm Adam Harry,
I'm JR.
and this has been it from Bolts. Thanks again for watching.